All right, so continuing here. So whatever cycle you have chosen to cut off, or just you're choosing to cut off even at this present moment, what it'll bring is a second chance that will bring a new horizon here with Limitless, that will align you with, Gemini is the higher and the lower self, is the alignment of the higher and lower self. So let me see, Limitless, this is your invitation to think bigger, dream bigger. The world has placed limits on what's possible, and now it's time for you to see for yourself, what's beyond them. And then that came before the second chance card. So an opportunity that you thought was lost is finding a way back to you. Second chances are rare gifts, except this one is with gratitude, but ensure you step forward differently than before. So this kind of brings back to, the first card of the spread here, which was painful memories. So there was, Pluto and Gemini in 5th house here. There was a lot of difficulty. This could be in your normal life, this could be in corporate, of having a difficult time of self-expressing yourself. Having to always fall in line, having to, repress your throat, for the sake of, mediating, trying to keep the peace, like I said, whether it be at work or whether it be in your personal life. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So, let's see. There's something about a window here, or maybe because this is a photo. There is something about an art of a photo. Art of a window. That's what I meant to say. An art of a window. Maybe there is a photo that you have took of a window, and that's of significance to somebody out there. Okay, so let's keep going. So we have exhaustion, the 10 of Wands, and then a huge chunk of my cards just plopped and fell onto the floor. Okay, so yeah, like as I was shuffling, like just plump of cards came out, and then all of these were face down, right? Now what was face up with that plop of cards was live your truth, fear of change, and wish fulfillment. Live your truth, fear of change, and wish fulfillment. So what I see here is that due to the painful memories of self-expression, there has been therefore suppression of just, again, suppressing your throat chakra, suppressing your truth, just making yourself bite-sized. And that's just, it's caused a fear of change. And because, like, it's, as humans, we are comfortable with keeping a consistency if it means that we can stay in this comfort of our own stability, right? Of our own stability, even if that stability is not really in the long run is stable. So what I see here is that there is a wish fulfillment. There's a wish. What's this wish fulfillment about? What's this wish fulfillment about? What's this wish fulfillment about? Okay, a second chance came out again. I put it back in the deck, and yet it came back again, and with leveling up. I think there is going to be, for some people who, let's see, South Node, so what goes around comes around. That's South Node. And then you have Leo in the 9th house. I asked for clarification with all these cards. So, if we talk about South Node, South Node represents your past experiences, your karmic patterns, the innate talents carried from your previous lives, or what you have learned from your previous experiences in this life, highlighting what you are familiar with and what you need to release, Pluto, the cycles that you need to end, so that you're able to begin a new state of personal growth. So there is some type of wish fulfillment. So we have South Node in Leo, and Leo is about about identity, the sun, in the 9th house. There is going to be some type of alignment there's something coming back to you that is going to bring you into your highest alignment, because the sibling sign of Gemini is Sagittarius. So 9th house is the house of Sagittarius, spiritual highest alignment. There is something being brought forward to you for some of you, especially for those who had to walk away from a job because of home life, is what I'm hearing the most here. Yeah, Pluto and Gemini in the 2nd house. So there was an abrupt end with just finances, what's in front of you, 2nd house here, because of, how do I say this? Because of priorities. I really am hearing from Spirit priorities of home, but Spirit, what are you trying to say to me? For some of you, it was part of home, like maybe perhaps for some of you, because 5th house came up again, so there was a child, there was a new life that was brought in, or there was just a chaotic 5th house. Does talk about, can be just, again, gambling, right? Can be there was a chaotic change that you had to just buckle the storm. There we go, Spirit, thank you. You had to buckle through the storm. So you had to walk away from your current job, or just your current position that you were in life, even though for some of you that I kind of resonate with this as well, even though that you had to stifle your truth, you had to stifle, your become bite-sized for, just to keep the peace, for just management to just like you so they could pass on by, right? You still appreciated that job, and it was about community. It was about community, and I resonate with this a lot, management, as we all know, there is good. Sometimes management sucks. Sometimes management really sucks. But with that being said, it's the community that you had around you that kept this, it helped you stabilize your root chakra with family tree here. For those of you who maybe perhaps don't have a family, it helped you awaken to from Spirit, or what I'm hearing from Spirit is it helped you awaken to your root chakra, and it helped you bring a new perspective on It helped you bring a new perspective on what you need to cut, like what ties you need to cut off. Misunderstandings here came also, like it came all three together. Tell me more about this misunderstanding. A helping hand and I love it when the universe sings, right? Love the synchronicities that a reading brings. So there was a okay, so God, this is gross. God, this is so gross what I'm feeling right now. But like, it could be, it was someone close to you. This is a general energy here, so again, take what, you know, take what I speak to you, fit into your situation. Don't force it. But again, going back into community and family tree here, so for some of you it can be about family, just someone that was close to you. But what I am feeling for the most part when I see these two together is there was somebody at work who, you know, this person was helpful. Okay, so Spirit, you're giving me multiple messages here. You're gonna have to one at a time, please. One at a time, please. North Node, Virgo in 7th. Okay, so you went ahead with pragmatically making sure that with the 7th house, everything is fair, everything is balanced for yourself, for your own self-maintenance, right? What is the energy between helping hand and vicious cycle here? Argument? Oh my gosh. Okay, argument. Celebration. Argument about a celebration of empowerment. Like, I want to say the first thing that comes logically to mind is, like, there was somebody who was pretending to help you, but instead, like, this person was doing this with some type of intention to keep you in a cycle, and that probably would resonate for some of you. But the reason why I didn't say that directly was because there was something that's Spirit is trying to say another message towards me, and I'm trying to just take a moment to figure out what Spirit trying to say. Okay, so for some of you, because of the fact that you were in this vicious cycle of perhaps at work or your home life, you always were the helping hand. You always were the one that made sure all priorities were straight. You were always the one that invested, you know, you put a lot of effort and weight into your home life or your career life, and at the expense of not gaining what you deserve in return. So there's something else here. Spirit, there's something else you're trying to say to me, and what are you trying to say to me exactly? There's like, okay, so in my mind's eye, so there is somebody who is trying to their designated target that they're trying to hit, it's like it's almost like I'm seeing a visual of it being blocked in a way like full of like a forest, or just something that's blocking, I'm not picking that up, something that's blocking this particular person's target. Higher self, okay? Higher self is communicating to you about a setback in your fruits of labor. Your higher self is telling you a setback. So again, with the visual I had, someone wants to hit a designated target, but their target is blocked by in this visual, it could be either a forest or just there's just shit in a way that is, you can't reap the fruits of your labor here. Okay, so let's go into tarot. Okay. Okay. All right, let's lay out the story, universe. They're going to start with the person who has a setback on receiving the fruits of their labor, and I also resonate with this situation as well. So, Divine Creator, help us create give us a higher understanding so that we will be able to navigate through our circumstances and hit our designated targets. Okay. Three of Swords, which is heartbreak, that makes sense. The Tower, so sudden change. Five of Wands, oh, great start so far. Heartbreak, just sudden destruction and conflict. The world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The world and the Five of Cups came together. So this has been a cycle of constant conflict and emotional loss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Devil. This is going back to vicious cycle with the oracle cards here. There's been this vicious cycle that is trying to come to an end here. The world. Okay. Hanged Man, the Queen of Swords. Okay, so new perspective, right? So there is a new perspective, the Queen of Swords, of how you, with the Queen of Swords, how are you going to interpret this information and, and use it? Because a Queen of Swords, sometimes we can be harsh to ourselves, and that is what is kind of, I wouldn't say overlooked with the, it's just more like this is just a silent character flaw that this energy, you know, it seems to, like, it holds. The Queen of Swords always knows how to execute, you know, plans pretty well, but that comes with the expense of self-sacrificing for yourself, and that's where the Queen of Cups comes in. You know, Queen of Cups is all about compassion, it's about her self-love, and it teaches the Queen of Swords how to, you know, take a pause for a moment and just quiet the mind. Queen of Swords, Swords is about the mind. Calm the mind, so that maybe perhaps, like, you know, the perspective or the clarity it is she's been trying to receive comes to her. Yeah. And that's what the Hanged Man is. It's like it's a new perspective. Okay. Strength card. Leo's in the house. This is, well, Devil with, you know, with the Strength card, right, is battling your own, again, like this is facing the darkest part of your inner demons and tackling them so that it becomes a part of you and is not a this or another side of you. Gemini is where, and you know, coming into Gemini where we are in alignment with our lower and our higher selves. Two of Wands, the Nine of Cups. So choosing a direction on your own happiness, and in this case, your own self-worth. Two of Swords, so having traditional Two of Swords is, you know, when somebody was blindfolded and having their heart, you know, closed off to themselves. In this case, the Two of Swords imagery here is about two people battling each other. Two people. This is really reminding me of like that episode. So for, if you guys watch anime, so for those who resonate, who watch anime, Vinland Saga is coming to mind with the Two of Swords here. Okay, so it's reminding me of, like, you know, the main character, right? He saw his father fucking die in front of him, right? And he's just been asking for his whole life to just get in a duel with a guy that fucking killed his dad. That imagery brought up when I saw that Two of Swords. The Empress. It's all about that self-love. It's all about knowing where exactly you are the table. You don't need to sit at a table. You bring the table and you sit at your own table. Ten of Swords. So an end to, what is this, the end of spirit? Okay. The Star. Justice. And Nine of... Okay. For some, not all of you, if you have a mother of a... if you... For my men who are tapping into this collective message, if you have the mother of a child here, there's going to be some type of ending to just some stress that's been going on here. Okay, so for some of you who have a mother. Empress is all about pregnancy, so mother of child is really coming forward here. So there is going to be an ending to just this cycle of this constant stress. The Nine of Swords here, excuse me. With the Nine of Swords here at the end, there was needing to just, because the star is also about Aquarius, so this is about humanity as well. So there was a community that was able to help you bring things back into balance. This could be about, again, your own personal balance, making sure that everything can be like, there's healthy co-parenting that's coming in very significantly. There's just the vicious cycle, Nine of Swords here. There's just this vicious cycle that's coming to an end here. It's kind of bringing me back to the first line here. The Three of Swords is the Tower, and the Five of Wands here. So when we had the Oracle cards, it was like a helping hand and vicious cycle here. So you've, out of your own compassion, just tried to help out this mother, and she has used it as a tool to just make sure that she always, like, it's just like owing you a favor. It's just keeping the score. It's that type of person. And this person was just never, this female energy is just not happy at all. Not happy at all. You, like, for my Leo friend out there, I hear what you're going through. There is going to be some type of closure. Baby mama vicious as fuck. Stupid too. That was your ancestors. That was your ancestors speaking, not me. That was your ancestors. Okay. So, Temperance. So there is balance coming because of the patience and the persistence that you have always brought in your everyday, like, that you have brought in and day out. There is some, like, there is going to be divine balance, divine intervention, a higher plan, right? What we said in the oracle cards, like, your ancestors is bringing you a high, like, they are going to help you. They're helping you create the boat so that so you can sail the fuck out of there, So let's see, 10 of Wands, the Hermit. So this is the end of being Hermit reversed in isolation, end of isolation, the end of just carrying all of that mental, that energetic weight. Okay, the Fool, new beginnings here, Page of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. So, okay, so although, like, okay, so this is kind of what you've been going through, right? Just having to just mediate, what you have and what you got, but still carrying this energy of, like, of keeping to yourself at the stake of just keeping yourself for the sake of just trying to make sure to get by. Okay, but with that being said, there is some type of new opportunity with this page of Eight and this Page of Cups, and with this Eight of Pentacles here. This is going to be instead rather rather than, you know, being this vicious cycle of like, you know, just doing it just, you know, just to get by, and doing this just to get by, and doing this just so I can get through what I need to do, right? Instead, there will be something that actually will turn back into your heart instead. Like, there is something very meaningful here that is going to be brought forward towards you. So keep investing into, you know, yourself, you know, working on yourself, your self persistence, your self resilience is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Keep working on that, and at the right time, because it's your ancestors are, you're not alone. Your ancestors are working with you here. 5, the Emperor and the King of Wands. Okay, so when we had, I'm sorry, 5 of Swords. I was like, 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands is over here on the first row. But, so the 5 of Swords here, rather than the 5 of Swords being like, it's all out for themselves, it's, you know, survival of the fittest is how I would describe the 5 of Swords. There is a fire sign here, because Emperor, and then you have the King of Wands. So there is a significant Aries energy, or this is just a fire sign that is going to help you to just, like, I'm just hearing end this once and for all. Just end this once and for all. It's like we hear this, we see this, it's done, it's over. This also could just be a pertinent father figure, or a male figure that has passed on to the other side. It doesn't necessarily have to be family, but it could just be a father figure that is on the other side, that is just saying enough, like, we're ending this, this needs done. Like, you see the imagery on this 5 of Swords. Your ancestor is going to be standing back here. This male figure is going to be helping, like, this male figure is going to help guide this fire sign, whoever this is, to help navigate you to get out of this situation with your whole self intact. Not with no arm or leg cut off, no head, you know, chicken with your head cut off, nothing like that. Your whole self intact. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm looking at the imagery of this card here, and you see at the back here that there is this building that is not it's pretty worn out, it's pretty bent out of shape. It's like there's these, it could be energies, but it's just people around you are just trying to infiltrate I'm like, wait, universe is telling me straight up, like, okay, for some of you, there was once like a house that once belonged to you, once belonged to your family, or you guys had this house when you guys got married, and or you guys got pregnant, and, you know, y'all moved into this house, right? There's something about a house here that they tried to get information on, like they tried to infiltrate this house, is just what I'm hearing. Not sure what that means. because this doesn't feel like physical, as though it maybe for some of you there could have been a crazy person that tried to break into your home. But what I feel more of here is that there was someone who is just trying to probably perhaps, just reverse look up your information, use your information so that they can take, like, I'm really am hearing, taking possession of a property that does not belong to them. And like I said, this male figure here, one second. Okay, so this male figure, again, who has passed on here, is, for some of you, with the Justice and the Star card here, they could be leading a police officer, as a matter of fact. There is a male figure who is leading another male figure here on the back here. Maybe there's just like this energy of like tailing somebody, because I'm hearing there's a correlation here. It's like, all of the lessons that we go through, it's always for a reason, but for some of you who have been in this vicious cycle, there was the person that was trying to come after you, like, is tied to the person that police are investigating into. How interesting. There's a correlation here. And now they're telling me to go back to go back to the cards. Okay, alright, universe, it's just getting a little specific now, so tell me what's the 411. Spiritual path, overcoming agreement. Generational healing. So family tree came out again with that block of cards. Spiritual path, overcoming. Common ground is being found, creating the space for resolution and peace. Harmony will emerge not from forcing your will, but allowing understanding to bridge the divide. I think the person who is who puts you in that Three of Swords, that Tower, that Five of Wands energy, and just puts you in this like Temperance, Ten of Wands energy, like, is this, it's almost like oh my god, like I'm hearing this person agreed to persistently put you in that vicious cycle. That person is mentally, okay, so you have a distant journey here. The familiar has served you well, but it's time to discover who you are beyond its borders. New world and new experiences await if you're willing to let go and take the first step. So, Fool card. The spirit realm is communicating with you, whether through symbols, synchronicities, or inner knowing. Be open to receiving connection and support from guides, your ancestors, and loved ones beyond the veil. Your family is helping you out here, so your family is really trying to help you step into this brand new chapter of your life. To help you exit from this losing battle here, just this battle that has been going on for way too long, that Pluto energy, and just it needs to end, so that something new, something thriving, like your own peace can grow, and it can just grow without like any type of like turbulence. Just, you know, it's a healthy garden, right? It's a healthy garden. So you have consistency and empowerment. So with these two cards, if you have been seeing yellow a lot, if you've been attracted to yellow, orange yellow as well, probably oranges, bananas, orange cream soda and banana smoothies for someone very specific. This is just like there is a upgrading, a cleansing and an upgrading of your sacral and your solar plexus. Is this a panther or a leopard? Both are very significant. Both the panther and the leopard are significant. I would recommend looking up their symbolism. Perhaps okay, when it comes to the spirit world, right? These two, the panther and the panther is a black melanistic variant of a leopard or a jaguar. Okay, so this is, excuse me, this is a panther, right? While a leopard is a distinct species with a golden yellow coat or marked by rosettes, but there is like yellow in the fur as well. So it's like a combination of like, that's probably why I thought of these two together, because like the imagery is combining like a panther and a leopard at the same time. So there's a combined symbolism. It's like they both share common characteristics, but they're both very different, you know? Like they're both very different. And I would, like I said, recommend like looking up like their symbolism, and then like further looking, Spirit's telling me look up how, you know, the panther and the leopard, how they operate in the wild. When you start to understand how they operate in the wild, that's how you need to operate in your daily life. You need a combination of temperance. You need a combination of both. Combine those two together. Okay, so you have a heavy burden and financial stress, of course. Isn't that everybody? Isn't this everybody? Okay, so heavy burden and financial stress, but you do have fertile abundance, reconciliation, and a higher plan. Your solar plexus is leading you towards something new, right? I said in the beginning of this video is that you're reconciling with something. You're actually coming back into something that you thought was lost to you. There was a higher plan here all along. I think that person who, thank you, Spirit. To the person who gave you that helping hand, that person wanted your position, was what I heard from Spirit. Or this person who, like, this person did try to give you a helping hand, but it was just so wishy-washy. Like, it was helpful at first, but like in the long run, it turns out that there was actually just hidden intentions behind, you know, this hand of help. Helping hand of help. Light a candle at night. Okay, so a daily, what your ancestors is, what I'm hearing is, before you go to sleep, light a candle and just sit for a few minutes in silence. Just focus on the candle. Don't think it, just try to clear your thoughts and just focus on the candle. There is some of y'all who, for anyone who taps into my collective readings, I know for a fact that y'all are healers, but the ancestors just want to help you heal that Ten of Wands. That's what I'm saying. Long road ahead. Stepping into a path that may demand more than you're ready to give. The journey's not impossible, but it may test your limits at every turn. Ooh. Wait a minute, is that resentment of self? Resentment is a quiet thief, stealing your joy and chaining you to the past. What you hold only weighs you down, not only the one who wronged you. Vicious cycle. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. So, when you had to do a career change, or you had to do this change, for that Empress, and now the story is starting to change a little bit here. So again, take what resonates. But for that, in this case, that Empress and that what I was talking about in tarot this is a very dependent, codependent female energy. Dominant. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. But this person was very dominant in your life with, and I'm hearing mostly in your career. It is a female, but I also am hearing just like a male who has very unbalanced feminine energy, and to the point where like a misogynist. There is heavy trauma of the mother here, and the person hasn't healed it yet. So unspoken words and vicious cycle here. So there's just been this continuous cycle of unspoken words because of this. Because of this. This person's not going to speak their truth. It's like, well, it's cause and effect, right? When you start to just take that energy and you just put it back to yourself, people notice that change. You don't have to say anything. It's just how you move. It's how you operate. They notice that, and whatever. Let them be pissed. Let them be fucking pissed, right? Let them be fucking pissed. But this person, that codependent Empress energy, has tried to put you in a position of loss, and that person did succeed. Let's put it like that. The person did succeed. You had to walk out and do your own thing. So for that, I'm channeling here, like, for that that codependent energy, that Empress energy, that oh, universe, you're so funny. Okay. God, universe, you're so funny. Okay, so universe is like, if you're a male that is dealing with a toxic male coworker, it's a male coworker. Females, when they're unbalanced, they will push to you on this aggression, because it's this establishment of dominance that really should never be needed in the first place if this person were conscious and aware of themselves, right? But what I'm hearing is, for any males who are tapping into my collective readings and you're dealing with a very toxic male coworker, it is because of the fact that you it is because of the fact that you are, it's like you have this mommy and daddy energy, and I don't know why Spirit's saying like this, but it's like you have a healthy mommy and daddy energy and they hate that. It's like it is literally surfacing all of their fucking hurt and the bullshit that, you know what? Now that saying that out loud, it's like, I'm gonna give you an example here. When you have, for example, a feminine energy here who, has deep resentment for their mother, and yet you have a male who was raised primarily and dominantly by his mother. So therefore the way of how he goes through life, it was, what his mother taught him. It's triggering as fuck to this person. So who's your daddy? I can't. Oh, universe, you're so funny. Oh my god, I cannot stand the fact that you just have both of that at the same time. How can you have both that energy at the same time? It's because I have a just healthy divine masculine and feminine energy. It just that when that is balanced, it could bring out a whole other side of you that people would never thought that, just, God, for these unawakened people, they just don't know how to comprehend things. My goodness. Anyways, so I'm going to end this reading here. It was really beautiful here because it's just kind of clarifying what I've been saying earlier. And like, this is just the last confirmation that the universe wants to give to you, that source wants to give to you. Again, second chance came out again, with magic of belief and wish fulfillment. So there, hold the space. Thank you, Spirit. Hold the space that second chances can happen. It could be an argument that you've had with somebody. Maybe perhaps an argument that you had with somebody who you did not know. Or it just maybe perhaps, just holding a space of what you thought was lost can actually come back to you. There, again, going back to that Emperor, that King of Wands energy, there is also what I'm hearing, is there is a higher up that has gone through your report, and what I'm hearing, and they actually want to give you a second chance. They want to call in or email. They're probably going to email you and give you a second chance. I think your ancestors are saying to me, hey, please just hear this higher up out. For those of you who resonate with this message, you have not ever seen this male, because this male doesn't ever come, like, his position, he always travels out for work, or he just works from home. So you have never seen this person in your daily work life if you do come into the office, right? With that being said, there is a male figure here who wants to help you, and this is a higher up. That Emperor and the King of Wands energy, this is a higher up, okay? Just be I promise y'all, I could definitely understand. Don't hold your breath until you pass out. Just that's literally the advice that Spirit's saying from me to you. Don't hold your breath until you pass out. Just hear them out. Listen to what they have to say. Yeah, listen to what they have to say, because what they may have to say actually may be like, it's going to be a lot more different than what you had inside your head, So yeah, that's all I got. What I got for you today. First video since having this new phone. I I'm looking forward to, you know, just the I'm looking forward to like posting new videos. If you did resonate with this, leave a like, leave a comment. I will put my if you guys are feeling generous, I'll put my stuff, my linkies in the description below. I will also put, I don't know when, but I'm going to put some type of an update video about what's just been going on with my life. But Spirit's like, hey, it's time, dude. You just make another video. Let's make another video. And so I did. And here I am. So hope you guys have a really great and you have an amazing day or evening whenever you tap into this message. So long. Peace.